what he's planning, but we do know it's big. And it's scheduled to go down tomorrow at 7 a.m. on national TV.
Dynamite. Chronolite.
We're back, Troy. Flashback.
We're back.
We're here.
Flashback Comics.
New Release Wednesday, the Picks of the Week show for the New Release Wednesday of June 11th, 2014. However, it's our June 12th episode because that's when we release our Picks of the Week episode, Troy.
Oh my God. I don't know if I'm living in the now or living in the future.
If you want to know when it's dropping, you need to subscribe on YouTube and you need to follow us on Twitter because whenever we put it up on any of our sites, it immediately notifies Twitter. So follow us on Twitter so you know when it's coming out.
So
right.
They got to follow us on Twitter
and subscribe.
And they
got
to subscribe on YouTube
and like us on Facebook.
And like us on Facebook.
Yes, please do that.
Okay.
Let us know you love us.
What about Instagram?
Instagram, we got the Instagram, I think, popping off. Our girl, our webmaster, Lehr, has that all hooked up. We'll check with her on that, all right?
Yeah, Team M2 working hard.
Yes.
So you don't have to.
Thank you, guys. All right, now, Troy,
Yes,
there was
sir.
a lot of great books that came out yesterday. It was hard to bring it down again, as usual.
Yep.
But I was able to make my picks. Were you?
Well, I was. It's summer 2014,
Yes.
and that means a lot of awesome comics.
Definitely.
All the publishers will be bringing their A games. Dark Horse, Marvel, IDW, Boom. And, you
The
know,
weekly series dropping besides, the regular monthlies. Batman Eternal with DC, and then you have, Original Sin over at Marvel.
Original Sin's going to be on the bi-weekly for Future's End, Batman Eternal
Yeah,
on the
that's
weekly.
another weekly.
But as I mentioned, all the publishers bringing their A games. I'm trying not to pigeonhole too much, get off the soapbox a little bit, but I know that there's a publisher you want to talk about.
Oh, yeah. I want to kick it off. As I told you earlier, I'm such the big Valiant guy,
Yes.
and I'm so jazzed that this week it finally dropped. You've seen our previous episodes where I've shown the trailer for Armor Hunters. It's out this week, y'all. I'm not even going to give you all my other picks yet. I'm going to give you my top pick off the jump off because what do they say over at Valiant right now? Valiant first, Troy, David Phillips. Armor Hunters #1 is here. We have the gorgeous, beautiful chromium cover that they brought back, Troy.
Well, I'm trying to see that
digging it?
beautiful chromium
You
cover.
want some of this?
Yeah.
That beautiful Doug Braithwaite art. You're going to want to pick this up. Robert Venditti, who you love off of writing Exo Manowar. If you've been following Unity, you've been reading the title, you know that the Exo Manowar armor is the strongest armor in the universe of the Valiant universe, Troy.
That's what they tell me.
It's amazing. It's badass. I wish I could own a suit of armor of the Exo universe from, what was that planet that he got when we had the Planet Death storyline?
Yes,
Forgot the name of the alien race. Anyway, if you're not reading Exo Manowar, you should. As I stated, the Exo Manowar is the strongest armor in the universe, and there's this group of armor hunters, i.e. the title, know this. And they want to put a stop to it because they're trying, I guess they're kind of like the Guardians of the Galaxy, if you will, of the Valiant universe.
Yep.
They don't want the armor to fall in the wrong hands. So they've hunted all over the universe, and the last existing armor is on our man Eric of Dacia, who's on Earth. The fight is coming to Earth. This is going to be a humongous 18-part storyline, I think, over at Valiant, where it's going to cross over into this regular 4-issue miniseries, and then there's going to be a Armor Hunters Bloodshot. There's going to be a Armor Hunters Exo. It's going to be big. It's going to encompass all of Valiant's titles. You're going to want to check this out if you're a Valiant fan. If you're an Exo fan, I'm super jazzed, dude.
Patrick,
I can't contain myself, Troy.
What is it with poor Exo?
Woo!
I mean, Harada brought this whole team together,
True.
Unity. Why?
Yeah.
To take down Exo. Now there's Armor Hunters.
He's badass, man.
What did Exo do to deserve this kind of hatred?
I don't know, but I'm jazzed, Troy. It's freaking Thor and Iron Man armor. If you don't read Valiant, if you want to know what's so awesome about Exo, just imagine Thor in Iron Man's armor. It's freaking insane, dude. I'm loving it. Dude. Man, is there something wrong with the heat, man? Because I think I just got a cramp. Troy, I think I'm going to have to LeBron this one. I'm going to have to LeBron this one. You're going to have to finish up the rest of the show.
You're
hey,
LeBron.
Do we got some guests for this week's episode, Troy?
What?
Hey,
Can you believe
totally
this?
Random fan
Can you believe this?
I can't do this.
Heat cramp?
I need to step out.
Heat cramp.
D-Bar,
really?
TotallyRandomFandom.com.
Really?
He's gonna take over for this episode.
D, D, can you come in here, please?
Hi, Troy.
How are you, sir? Good to have you. Good to have you. I thought I had a co-host on this show, but apparently I have a prima donna pro athlete who can't take a little walk.
I got cramps, Troy. Cramps.
You need a Midol?
Too jazzed, man. I'm too excited.
Well, D,
Yeah.
I guess let's talk about some picks.
Let's pick some picks.
Alrighty. Well, Patrick just hit us in the face with Armor Hunters, and it is amazing. Must read Valiant first, people. I'm bringing it all together there. Must read Valiant, Valiant first. But, first up, bombshell cover, Superman Wonder Woman, issue number 9. Now, D, have you been following this book?
I have not, Troy.
Oh, well, did you know that Superman and Wonder Woman are dating?
I did, yeah.
Okay, did you know that Superman and Doomsday have been fighting?
I know.
Doomsday has infected Superman. He was blasted into pieces, turned into a bunch of spores. Superman inhaled them to protect everybody, and the spores that he inhaled are causing this horrific transformation.
Huh.
I don't want to spoil everything, but oh, check this out. Inside the book, you are going to get to see. I just had the page and I lost it. Oh, look at that! Red Lanterns. Yes, indeed. Sorry, did you get that one? M1 there. Join the fight. Women unite for freedom.
Very nice.
Yes, indeed. So, what do you think happens when you use a weapon of last resort to stop Superman and it involves kryptonite? And he's being infected by something taking over his system. Does this sound like a bad combination?
Very bad combination.
Okay, it is that bad a combination.
Holy crap.
Yeah, right. Superman Wonder Woman issue number 9, continuing the Superman Doom storyline, and enjoy the beautiful bombshell cover.
Most excellent.
What you got?
Well, let's see what Patrick has here. Wow, he's for a Valiant guy, he reads a lot of Marvel books. Pick of the week this week, She-Hulk number 5. She-Hulk has just finished fighting dealing with Dr. Doom. I can't say fighting. That's not exactly fair. She was trying to get Dr. Doom's son, Christoph, a political asylum here in the U.S.
Yeah.
And Doom didn't really like that idea very much.
Of course he didn't.
So she is moving on to, after that case is over, she is now moving on to what they call the Blue File.
Oh.
And she's named as a defendant. So it's going to be interesting to see what She-Hulk does to deal with the fact that she's a defendant in a court case.
You know, what the She-Hulk really needs is a case that actually makes her some money. I imagine that her New York rents can't be cheap, and this pro bono work, I can't imagine it's working out for her. I'm thinking to myself, She-Hulk, baby, you've got to start making some bank. Maybe she'll have better luck as a New York lawyer than Matt Murdock did.
Let's hope.
Although, you know what would be interesting?
What's that?
To see She-Hulk move out to San Fran while Matt Murdock is in San Fran. And let's just move some of these West Coast characters over a little bit.
I'd like that very much.
I think that would be kind of cool. All right, so She-Hulk number 5. Awesome pick. Moving right along here in the all-new Marvel Now imprint, the second issue of Deadly Hands of Kung Fu. Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu, back in his own series. It is incredible. We had a murder in the first issue. Look, no more warnings. It says so right there, people.
He's not kidding.
No. I am loving this book. Some pretty interesting artwork, some pretty interesting take on the character. Shang-Chi's been in the Avengers world, and prior to that in Secret Avengers. He's been around the Avenger titles a bit. I've liked his interactions, especially with Captain America. But it is so good to see the Deadly Hands of Kung Fu title brought back to Marvel, to see Shang-Chi leading a book again. Misty Knight, Colleen Wing in the background, Daughters of the Dragon. Remember them from Iron Fist?
I do.
And Power Man Iron Fist.
I sure do.
And the Daughters of the Dragon series. And the other Daughters of the Dragon series. Yeah, so many great things happening there. Deadly Hands of Kung Fu, issue number 2. I cannot say it enough times. Wah-ha! Sorry.
Well, with a surprise like that, hey, another surprise. We can't talk about She-Hulk without talking about her cousin Bruce.
Oh my goodness.
So Hulk number 4 continues the storyline of the brain-addled Hulk. As you
Yeah.
recall, in the last issue of the Indestructible Hulk, he was shot in the head during mid-transformation. So we've got a brain-damaged Hulk on the loose here that S.H.I.E.L.D. is desperately trying to do something with. And at this point, he's having periods of lucid thought combined with periods of just total insanity.
My goodness. That is awesome stuff. I love the artwork in this book. I've loved that. The very we've never seen a Bruce Banner, in this particular state. They've done a lot of interesting things with bringing Banner's intelligence to the Hulk's body, with reversing the transformative effects so that the Hulk was intelligent, but Banner was the savage. We've seen the Gray Hulk with the canny sort of savage personality, the merged Professor Hulk, and one of my favorites actually is the Maestro Hulk. This is different. This is new. This is Marvel Now. Hulk number 4.
Most excellent.
Indeed. All right. I am still on the Marvel bandwagon here, and it's Original Sins. Okay, now I've been following the Original Sin book up to this point and watching the events unfold with who shot the Watcher and what did the Watcher see and who's got the Watcher's eyes. We've seen the one. We're kind of wondering where the other one is. It's been a wild ride. Original Sins is going to take us through a story with Deathlock, with the New Avengers, and with Lockjaw, the Inhuman's dog. So you're getting short installments here. There's a piece of your Deathlock story. Those of you who are catching the Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV series, you've been teased with the Deathlock. And then jumping here into the Young Avengers, and you get a little piece of that. And then last, but by no means least, Lockjaw is actually one of my favorite characters in the Marvel Universe.
Mine too.
Yeah, there we go. A little bit of Lockjaw for you, right at the end. Very interesting character. I love dogs, personally.
How can you not?
Yeah, really. All good people love dogs.
Exactly.
Original Sins, issue number 1 of 5. Pick this up along with your Original Sin. Lock it in. Get the whole story. It's pretty incredible. It's going to mean very big changes for the Marvel Universe by the time this summer is over.
Excellent.
All righty.
Well, you mentioned S.H.I.E.L.D. We've got Secret Avengers number 4 here.
Ah, yes.
Now, Secret Avengers has taken a little bit of a different bend here. They, of course, do all the S.H.I.E.L.D. secret spy missions, but they have a Q persona in the form of MODOK.
Yes.
Easily one of the most off-the-wall reveals I have ever seen. So it's pretty cool watching him interact with Maria Hill, who wants pretty much nothing to do with him.
Well, who wants anything to do with MODOK? Some of us, like myself, remember back in the days when MODOK was still leading AIM in Toto. And you know what? AIM were the people that came up with MODOK, and they don't want anything to do with this guy. One of the big failures for AIM, it's supposed to be an organization full of smart guys. They come up with the Super Adaptoid, and that didn't work out very well for them.
Right.
They came up with MODOK, and that hasn't worked out very well for them. And besides, a room full of guys with doctorates who all decide to attack Captain America, that's not very smart.
Not really.
No. So,
What you got?
Icon imprint from the creators of Powers. Now, this is Brian Michael Bendis' United States of Murder, Inc. I love a good crime story, actually, and this one elevates crime to new heights. It takes us through a mafia-style family that has a lot of influence in the city like New York. And there's a bit more of a family conspiracy to uncover here, as someone is not exactly what they seem to be. That's going to have ramifications as this unfolds. You know the way Brian Michael Bendis is. He has a habit of introducing a story element that might not seem very significant, and then later coming back to it and going, hey, remember when you thought this wasn't important? Ha ha, fooled you. That's Brian Michael Bendis' formula. He does in almost all of his books. So pay close attention, United States of Murder, Inc. It's awesome.
Excellent. Well, last up for me here is Ms. Marvel #1.
Ms. Marvel #1?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. The sold out Ms. Marvel #1 that has gone to a 4th printing?
The very same.
Oh my goodness.
I picked this because I am the father of a teenage girl.
Oh yes, you are.
And Kamala Khan is, she's got typical teenage girl problems. She's got a bit of hero worship. And it's pretty interesting to see what happens when she becomes the object of her worship.
Yeah, I've been enjoying that series up to this point, and it does go pretty quick. It's garnered a lot of buzz, a lot of people calling and asking about that book. So 4th printing here at Flashback Comics, people. Don't miss out on your opportunity again.
Carol Core represent.
Yes, indeed. Last but by no means least, everybody who knows me knows that I am a huge fan of the works of Jack Kirby. And in the 1970s, when I was a young man, Jack Kirby had come back to DC Comics and had started his 4th World mega arc. Now, this included Jimmy Olsen, Superman's pal, and the New Gods, and Mr. Miracle, and a title called The Forever People. So here we are again. This is the Forever People introduced into the New 52 story arcs. We're getting a new take on characters like Viking and Seraphina and Beautiful Dreamer. The artwork is actually in the style of Jack Kirby. It's not an absolute aping, but it does definitely pay homage to Kirby's artistic sensibilities. Full figures in motion, big dynamic action, seeing even a little bit of the classic Kirby Crackle Dots.
Oh, nice.
It is. I mean, take a look at that.
Huh.
So this is actually Infinity Man and the Forever People. So distinguish that title in your brain and pick this issue #1 up before it's all gone. Don't wait for it to go to the 4th printing. Get it now. And that would be my top pick there. And that brings us to the end of our top picks. What do you think they're going to do with Patrick? You think he's going to need surgery?
I hope not. Oh, wait, here he comes now.
Hey, man, this ain't your show. This is my show. This ain't the Totally Random Fandom Podcast.
All right.
We're gonna throw it back to something real quick, and then we'll be back. We'll have everybody in studio. I also got special guest Kevin Goswan along with Dave to talk pop culture. Come on, I need to put some ice on. Can you help me out?
Oh, my
We'll be right back
goodness.
after this. Pop culture talk.
Oh.
All right, guys, we are back with our pop culture talk. Special guest in the house. I have from comicsonline.com, Kevin Goswan.
Hello again.
I call him KG for short. from Totally Random Fandom Podcast. That's totallyrandomfandom.com. My man D. Beisch. I probably brutalized the name again.
That's all right.
D. Beisch Bush.
How's it going?
Bush. D.
Hit him with a hammer.
And Flashback Comics own the store manager. I call him the old man. He's classic. He's legendary. He's Troy David Phillips.
Yes, indeed.
And let's keep it moving. And I'm Patrick Michael Strange. We are back to talk
I call
about
him PMS.
Oh!
I'm reliving my high school all over again.
Right back.
This guy. All right, guys.
Wait. I'm this guy.
And that guy.
This other guy.
This guy and that guy. Hashtag this guy, that guy. All right. Bastards. All right. Couple things we want to talk about. Big announcement today. It was breaking news when I was checking out the comics sites and everything. Vincent D'Onofrio, who you know from Full Metal Jacket. I loved him in that. He was crazy.
And Men in Black.
Men in Black and Law and Order, Criminal Intent will be our kingpin for the Marvel Netflix adaptation TV series dropping next year.
Daredevil.
What do you guys? Yeah, for the Daredevil. You guys excited? Your thoughts on that? I'm jazzed.
All I can say is Vincent D'Onofrio is a fantastic actor. I think he's going to nail this. I think he's going to be just fine. I don't know.
Not as heavy though for you.
Well, he's really not. But again, this is another case of I'm going to go with the chops and the talent and the caliber of the actor. And if he's not 550 pounds and 6'8", all right. I'll accept this.
Would you like to see them bald him and put some weight on him? Maybe put a fat suit on him?
Oh, you going to put him in a sumo suit? Oh, my goodness.
But A plus on the actor for you.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, A+ on the actor for me. I was kind of holding out hope. I was holding my breath just silently for David Lawrence from Heroes and X-Men. David H. Lawrence, the 18th, that you'll find him on Netflix. What am I talking about here? IMDb is how he goes.
But you'll see the show on Netflix.
You'll see the show on Netflix on Daredevil, and just because he's a bigger, balder guy.
Okay.
But
I'll look him up.
I can't fault the D'Onofrio. That sounds good.
Yeah. How about you, D?
Vincent D'Onofrio, perfect casting. 2 words. Orson Welles. He played that Ned Wood.
Yes.
So he can put on a little weight.
Okay.
And pull it off, I think.
And we saw him bald in Full Metal Jacket. So
Yes.
Yes,
And that's
indeed.
classic.
It is. It's a fantastic film.
All right. Next up, I'm going to keep it on the whole adaptation from comics to big screen, if you will. Powers, Brian Michael Bendis and Michael Avon Oeming. We've been hearing a lot about this, translation. I was hoping it was going to make our small screen, our TV and everything. But here they go again, trying to take money from us. They want us to subscribe to Netflix. Now they're going to make us subscribe to the PlayStation Network Plus side of the house. Not the free one, but the Plus side of the house to get the Powers adaptation. It will be on there exclusive, I think, in the fall. How about you guys? Excited about it? Are you a little upset that you're going to have to spend money on something else to get it?
Well,
we will get, mind you, we will get the first episode free. They did say that, but then if you want the rest of the season, you gotta subscribe to PlayStation Plus.
Well, see, my problem there is I'm an Xbox guy. So,
yeah, me too.
That's Netflix. Well, I'm already a cable subscriber, but yeah, okay, I could do Netflix. I'm not buying another platform, so I might have to wait for this DVD to be released or the Blu-ray to be released. I'm excited about it because I like the team.
Yeah,
Bendis, Oeming. Powers.
Did you read the book?
I did not. I came in late on that one.
Okay.
But I
know you're reading United States of Murder Inc., which is their follow-up.
Yes. I followed Bendis on a lot of things, and Oeming's The Victories.
Yeah.
So I'm jazzed about the creative talent, and I'm jazzed about their intellectual idea coming out and being adapted. Just wish they picked a different format.
Okay.
I personally read Powers for a lot of years. I don't think I followed through to the end. Sorry, Bendis. He watches this, right? Sorry, but it's a solid. It's easily adaptable. I think it's kind of ripe for adaptation, and so I'm really eager to see it. I am disappointed that it is such a narrow audience. I've got a PlayStation 3. I'm not gonna pay extra for the PlayStation Plus.
D.
I've been waiting for this a long time. Bendis has been teasing about the pilot that has never been released. So I'm very, very anxious to see this. Not thrilled about the whole PlayStation Plus thing. I'll have to wait, just like Troy, for DVD Blu-ray.
All right, so a big negatory on the whole subscription aspect of it.
Yeah, really. I would really.
However, well, here's a question. Like Netflix, they're going to give us Daredevil, Luke Cage,
Yep.
the whole Defenders. They're going to give us 4 or 5. If PlayStation were to do the same thing, where it wasn't just Powers, we're getting like maybe some other shows, would you maybe then go the PlayStation Plus route? Like I think a lot of people are going to subscribe to Netflix because of the whole Marvel thing.
Yeah, well,
So if they give us more with PlayStation Plus, would you be jazzed to do it then?
I would really rather they cast their net on wider waters. Go with Showtime, go with HBO. Again, I'm not buying a whole new platform on top of the platform that I've already got just to watch a show. I mean, that's not why I buy a game platform in the first place.
Okay.
So, I mean, again, I think it's interesting. I'm jazzed about the concept, but the methodology, the delivery system is not working for me.
I think it's going to be the new wave, though. I think
If
that's
it-
the way people are going to do it, though.
I think I would buy it piecemeal if it was available on Amazon Prime to buy the season or buy individual episodes or iTunes. I would do that, but I don't really want to subscribe to a whole thing just for that one title.
Gotcha. How about you, D?
Let me buy them. Put them on Amazon. Put them on iTunes.
Individually?
Yeah, for $1.99 a pop or $2.99 a pop. But I can't do PlayStation Plus.
All
Just
right.
can't do it.
All right. So those are what I have, but I hear my man KG, Kevin Goswan from ComicsOnline.com.
Well,
Some news.
I do have a little bit of some teasers, some rumors that have been
Okay.
going around in the comics and movie sort of realm.
Okay.
And of course, you can read all about this by my rumor editor, Kim Filchak on ComicsOnline.com. But
What was that site again, Kevin?
that would be Comics Online, ComicsOnline.com. I mean, it's
That was
lovely.
totally random fandom right there, D.
Totally random.
Totally randomfandom.com.
So, apparently Marvel has been wetting their finger and putting their name on some names for upcoming movies.
Okay.
And here are the names that they have, reserved for themselves, trademark-wise, copyright-wise. We have a few things, and I'd like to know what each of you think about those. First, we have Black Panther.
Finally! Make
Lord Jesus.
this.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Make this.
Can I get a hallelujah?
please.
Black Panther sounds like a fantastic. It sounds like just a win in a box. So why not do it?
Yes.
It's, particularly, my thoughts were post Age of Ultron. Where do they go? Oh, Wakanda.
There you go.
Let's do it. Let's have that whole.
They did start filming in Johannesburg on Age of Ultron.
So just going right into a Black Panther, be it Netflix series, be it some other series,
I'm with it.
or a movie, I'm into it.
Yes, sir.
He's a solid character. Another thing that is like kind of scary, considering the Foxmen, as I call them, Alpha Flight. That is another name, Alpha Flight. Now, obviously, they are very well tied into Wolverine and the rest of the X-Men. But what are your thoughts?
I was a fan of the Alpha Flight comic series from the days where it launched out of the pages of the X-Men. Actually, I followed them around as they were, in Contest of Champions, in the Incredible Hulk, as the characters made their appearances, and then their own regular series from the get-go, from the beginning. Did you know that Alpha Flight number 51 is Jim Lee's first Marvel work?
Yes, sir.
All right,
It
I
did
got
launch
one of
quite a
those.
few people.
It did. Jim Lee, of course, went on to many, many great things. Phenomenal talent he is. But Alpha Flight, I think they have a very interesting roster of characters
Definitely.
from over the
Department
years.
H in the house.
I'd like to see them shrink that down to a manageable core of characters.
Okay.
I think we could probably actually maybe even hit 5 key characters.
It has to have, who has to be in it?
Well, I think we
Puck.
need. Well, before we get to Puck, I think absolutely the core of the
Casting
team.
choice?
That's one.
That guy, hashtag that guy.
I would like to see us focus on Vindicator, the Canadian symbol,
Okay.
the maple leaf battle suit,
I'm with you.
Sasquatch.
Yes.
I absolutely have to have Sasquatch.
Yes.
Snowbird. I like
the representation of the Canadian Inuit mythology. You know, we've
Okay.
seen Hercules and Thor and all the other pantheons. I like this one tied to the Inuit people. It's some exotic Eskimo for those that don't know. And finally, actually, I like Shaman. Again, I like Shaman. Michael Tu Youngman is an interesting native character. You know, he's got that tribal aspect, but he's also educated in modern medicine, so he's not very stereotyped. I like that about him.
I'm with you on all that, but I gotta have, hey, North Star and Puck. I gotta have North Star and Puck, I'm sorry.
We can have Aurora, a beautiful woman speaking French.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
yes.
Hey, I
think
gave
we
you
can
a
have
beautiful
great-
woman. I gave you
There's also
Snowbird.
a lot of great characters.
Yes.
Alpha Flight, I'm 100% down on that.
Yes.
She speaks Old One, I think. Yeah, so there you go, Alpha Flight. You know, my thought was, you know, why not the Inhumans instead? But Troy David here has convinced me. So Alpha Flight, I'm into it. Let's do it. I was a big comic fan, you know, back in the Burn days. So
Inhumans, I think Inhumans deserve spotlight too, and especially how they've been pushing it lately in the books.
that's not one of these names yet, though. By the
No,
way,
no.
The next name on my list, Irredeemable Ant-Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they already
Consider
have the current
this.
Ant-Man that they're doing.
Well, I don't know what they're doing now. That things are just way up in the air.
True.
Consider this. In that original Robert Kirkman book, Irredeemable Ant-Man, when did he get that? When the helicarrier is falling. When did we just see helicarriers falling? Oh, Captain America 2, Winter Soldier, starring this man. I'm pretty sure it's starring him.
Well, you know, an interesting thing, if I could just break in on you for 1 second, it was at Baltimore Comic-Con. They were talking about the possibility of Ant-Man in a movie. You know, we hadn't really talked about which Ant-Man, so they asked the fans. We gave our love to Scott Lang, but the Marvel staffers were kind of like, you know, so no love for Eric O'Grady, you know, nothing for the Irredeemable Ant-Man. But I kind of felt like they were trying to get us to change our focus because that's the direction they want to go in.
I've been an Ant fan of all three Ant-Men.
Yeah.
You know, I think Hank is very important to the Marvel Universe.
Yes,
I
he is.
think Scott was, for a time, important to that role as well. But Irredeemable Ant-Man, to me, is he's very very cinematic. You know, he's very against the grain. He's the anti-hero. He's the butt kicker.
Yeah.
He's the people who makes everybody else angry. And so, you know, he's going to carry a movie just from sheer, you know, fury and frustration, and him dropping in on you know, various females in the shower. Hey, if you're short and you have, never mind. The next one on our list is New Warriors. Any New Warriors fans?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You know,
All day long.
DC has their Teen Titans, and they have done good things and bad things with Teen Titans over the years, but Marvel has New Warriors, and they haven't done a whole lot. Now might be the time for a teen team for Marvel.
Well, you know,
Sounds
they
good.
do have a current ongoing New Warriors title right now where they are giving us a mix of older and newer characters.
Yeah.
Oh, I just mean, you know, on a screen, be it small
well,
or big.
sure.
Yeah.
I'd very much like to see. I like the multiplicity of all of the characters. You know, we have mutants, we have Atlanteans, we have science-created heroes. You know, we have a hero of mystery. There's a lot going on there. I like that about the New Warriors, much like I like that about the Teen Titans back in the Wolfman Perez days.
And maybe we could tie that into Guardians of the Galaxy movie with Nova.
Yes,
There you go.
indeed. That would be all right.
Speaking of tying things into the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, another thing is Rocket Raccoon. Spin-off.
Bradley
Awesome.
Cooper.
Who wouldn't love a Rocket Raccoon movie?
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to be a fantastic character. I have
I think
just
it's, yeah,
high hopes.
definitely.
My hopes are high too. I really hope that they don't beat it down and water it down and thin the character out too much.
Yeah.
I think he'll be really awesome, but I also feel like right now what's driving the Guardians comic is that it's an ensemble, that everybody contributes something. And it's been the strength of the success of this book as it's unfolded from the Annihilation Conquest. Trying to take the characters and rip them out too much on their own might be stretching them thinner than what they can sustain.
So we've got two more titles on here, and these are somewhat oddballs when it comes to Marvel. We've got Journey into Mystery, which, as you guys know, that's where that spawned Thor.
Yes.
That spawned what? Silver Surfer? What is it? Something else.
I don't know. Journey into Mystery spawned Thor,
and some other.
But they've used the Journey into Mystery title as a way to showcase as a second Asgard book. They also used it to continue Shang-Chi's adventures after his own series had ended.
Okay.
You're thinking of Fantastic Four was the Silver Surfer.
Maybe. Anyhow, and then the other thing, a Marvel comic from the 80s, unless you are a serious 80s Marvel fan, you probably don't know this even exists, and I'm talking about Strike Force Morituri.
Yeah,
Oh my
Larry
goodness.
Strowman.
We who are about to die. Yes.
Salute you.
We are geeks here.
Yeah.
Super geeks.
And, until, people might not remember it because they think they might mash it together with that lovely Byrne homage, if you will, Next Men, which kind of felt like, or at least the beginning, felt like the same book.
It did have some organic theme to it. It had some similarities, but definitely not to be mixed up.
No.
Strike Force Morituri, while it was our new running book in the 1980s, it didn't last that long, comparatively speaking. Many ideas that Marvel attempted, like the New Universe, for example, didn't last as long as I think people wanted them to, but the concepts were enduring. We still have the New Universe concepts still going on in stories. Strike Force Morituri has never left the hearts of its fans. I think it could be turned into something. It would be awesome, epic superhero science fiction, emphasis on the science fiction part.
An emphasis on the adult level. This might be a Marvel R-rated thing. Now, keep in mind, this is not something that exists within the regular Marvel universe. This isn't going to cross over into an Avengers or anything like that.
No.
But these are costume superheroes who get killed and maimed. Spoilers. It's called Morituri for a reason.
Yeah. It's you remember Blade, which I believe also had the edgier rating.
Yes, sir.
This could be done is equally as well.
Yeah.
Just with a larger cast of characters.
Interesting information.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Thank you, comicsonline.com.
Casting, Summer Glau, Strike Force Morituri. Just saying.
Kevin wants to be Marathon.
Any more information from you there, Troy David Phillips?
Oh, I think we hit all the salient points.
All right, how about you, D? Anything new in your world?
Listen to us on TotallyRandomFandom.com. We put out new episodes every Friday. I'd like to send a shout out to my boys over at Boss Fight Studio. Congratulations on getting your Kickstarter campaign funded. Let's hit those stretch goals, people.
Can I get some of those toys? I saw them. That pretty sweet toys. Congrats.
Patrick, aren't you too old for toys?
Hey, let's go play with my toys now. All right, well, first off, we got to sign off, though.
Yes, indeed.
Then we can play.
All right, so I'm sorry for jumping in here, Patrick, as you normally do this, but I want to thank everyone for joining us here at Flashback Comics, Totally Random Fandom, ComicsOnline.com, all my friends with superheroes, Fantastic Forum. Patrick, you do a lot of stuff for us. We really appreciate it.
Not a problem, brother.
From the heart, brother, for real, for true. Flashback Comics, Troy David Phillips, happy to have you. Come see us. Ask me about these guys. I'll be happy to give you their cards. I'll be happy to give you their public contact information. It'd be wonderful. You see them in the store a lot of times. They hang out. They love us. We love them. You know what you got to do, people? You got to like us on Facebook.
Like us on Facebook.
You got to follow us on Twitter.
Follow us on Twitter.
You got to subscribe to us on YouTube.
Subscribe on YouTube to Flashback, to ComicsOnline.com, and TotallyRandomFandom.com. Thank you, Troy, Patrick Michael Strange, T-Man Squared in the house, Marc on the camera. We love you. What do we say? Deuces.
Peace.
Once upon a time, not so long ago, we're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. Have full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry.
Listen up, gamers! BG UConn is coming to the DC Convention Center August 16th and 17th. There will be tournaments, a free-to-play arcade room, costume contest, panel discussions, celebrity gaming event, never-before-seen games, and other fun activities for the whole family. Get your tickets today.